As we stand on the threshold of a new year, the question arises, what will you carry into 2025? The power to shape your reality lies not in the ticking of the clock, but in the stirring of your imagination. The world around you is but a reflection of the world within. And before the dawn of 2025, you must prepare yourself to mold the unseen into the seen. What you desire is not beyond you, it is within you, waiting to be claimed. To define your desire with absolute clarity is to set the foundation for everything you wish to create. Without clarity, your efforts become scattered, your focus diluted, and your outcomes uncertain. The power of imagination responds not to vague wishes, but to precise visions, as if etched deeply in the fabric of your mind. Take a moment to quiet the external noise and turn inward, asking yourself, what do I truly want? Not what others expect, not what society deems acceptable, but what my heart burns for. When you understand that your desires are not random, but are seeds planted by a higher intelligence within you, you will honor them with the seriousness they deserve. Think deeply about the life you wish to step into as 2025 dawns. Picture it vividly. What does it look like? Who are you in this imagined future? Where are you living? What are you doing? With whom are you sharing your moments? Define every detail as though you are painting a masterpiece, for your mind is the canvas upon which your reality is created. Many people fail at this crucial step because they allow fear, doubt, or the opinions of others to cloud their vision. They settle for mediocrity because they believe that grander desires are too big, too bold, or too far out of reach. But the truth is, if you can imagine it, you can create it. The only limit is the clarity with which you define what you seek. The universe operates on precision, not confusion. A hazy goal will produce hazy results, but a clearly defined vision will magnetize every resource, opportunity, and connection required to bring it to life. Begin with the end in mind. Imagine it as though it has already happened. You are not merely a spectator of your desires, but their creator. If your desire is to achieve financial freedom, do not think of it as something you will achieve someday. Picture yourself already in that state. See yourself checking your accounts, feeling the deep relief and joy of abundance. If your desire is to build meaningful relationships, imagine those connections thriving now. Hear the laughter, feel the warmth of companionship, and sense the deep fulfillment of being loved and valued. Once you have defined your desire, write it down. The act of writing solidifies your vision and communicates to the subconscious mind that this is not a fleeting wish but a definite goal. Describe your desire as though it has already come to pass. Use present tense and infuse your words with the emotions you would feel if it were real right now. For example, instead of writing, I want to be healthy, declare, I am radiantly healthy, filled with energy and vitality. This shift in language aligns your mind with the reality you wish to experience. Clarity also means knowing why you want what you want. Your why is the fuel that propels your vision forward, even when challenges arise. Dig deep and connect to the core of your desire. Is it freedom, love, joy, contribution? Whatever it is, let it inspire and energize you. When your desire is backed by a strong and heartfelt why, it becomes unshakable. It's important to distinguish between desires that come from the soul and those that stem from societal conditioning or fleeting whims. True desires resonate deeply, they excite and inspire you, even if they feel intimidating. These are the desires worth pursuing because they align with your highest self. Trust the wisdom of your inner voice, for it knows what will bring you the most fulfillment. As 2025 approaches, remember that clarity is your compass. It will guide you through doubt, distractions, and delays. When you know what you want and why you want it, nothing can deter you. Define your desire with precision, hold it firmly in your mind, and prepare to watch it unfold with grace and certainty. The power is within you, waiting to be directed. Use it wisely, for your reality will always rise to meet the clarity of your vision. To embody the feeling of fulfillment is to act as though your desires have already been realized. This is the most powerful and transformative step in the manifestation process. And it is here that the magic happens. It is not enough to simply wish for something or to think about it in a distant future. True transformation occurs when you are able to step into the emotional experience of having already attained your desires. Neville Goddard often spoke of this principle, emphasizing that feeling is the secret to creating your reality. When you feel the emotions associated with your desire, you align yourself with the vibration of that desire. Your thoughts and feelings become a magnet, drawing to you the circumstances, people, and opportunities that will manifest your vision into the physical world. Imagine for a moment that your desire has already manifested. How do you feel in that moment? Do you feel joyous, fulfilled, relieved, or grateful? The emotional experience of having what you want is the key to bringing it into your reality. The human mind and body do not distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. When you fully embody the emotions of your desired outcome, Your body reacts as though it has already happened. This is why Neville Goddard emphasizes the importance of feeling the wish fulfilled. The more real you make it, the more natural it will become for you to attract it. The more you dwell in the emotional state of having it, the more quickly it will materialize. To embody the feeling of fulfillment, you must first allow yourself to believe that it is possible. Often we hold ourselves back from feeling fulfilled because we don't yet see the external evidence of our desires. We wait for the world to change before we allow ourselves to feel happiness, peace, or success. But the law of creation works the opposite way. It is the feeling that creates the form, not the other way around. Your outer world will begin to mirror the inner state of fulfillment you cultivate. A practical way to begin embodying the feeling of fulfillment is through visualization. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and imagine that what you desire is already yours. Picture yourself living that reality in vivid detail. Feel the emotions associated with it. If it's financial freedom, imagine the relief and joy of being debt-free and financially abundant. If it's a loving relationship, feel the warmth and connection of being in harmony with your partner. Allow yourself to experience these feelings deeply. Once you've experienced the emotional state in your imagination, carry that feeling with you throughout the day. Do not wait for physical evidence to justify your feelings. Walk, talk, and act as though your desire has already come true. This doesn't mean pretending or putting on a facade, but rather truly living as if the fulfillment of your desire is an undeniable fact. If you have been imagining success and wealth, behave as someone who is already successful. Speak with confidence. Take actions that are aligned with your highest vision. Feeling the fulfillment of your desire also requires you to trust in the unseen. The external world may not immediately reflect the inner changes you're making, but trust that the seeds you've planted in your imagination are growing. There will be moments of doubt or discouragement, but these are simply tests of your faith. Stay steadfast in the feeling of fulfillment and know that it is only a matter of time before it appears in your reality. Additionally, do not be afraid to feel gratitude for your desires as if they have already manifested. Gratitude is a powerful emotion that amplifies the energy of your desires. Feel thankful for the abundance, the love, and the success you are experiencing even before it shows up in the physical world. Gratitude aligns your energy with the source of all creation, and it sends a signal to the universe that you are ready and receptive to receive your desires. To embody the feeling of fulfillment is not a temporary act, it is a way of being. It is a lifestyle, a mindset, and an emotional state that you carry with you into every moment of your life. When you live from the perspective that your desires are already fulfilled, you begin to act in alignment with them, and your external world begins to reflect this inner transformation. This is the secret to attracting what you want. Feel it, believe it, and you will soon see it. To revise your inner narrative is to recognize the immense power of the stories you tell yourself. Every thought, belief, and assumption you carry about yourself and your life is shaping the reality you experience. We are all storytellers, but many of us unknowingly perpetuate narratives of limitation, lack, or failure. These stories become the lens through which we view the world, and they determine how we respond to the challenges and opportunities that arise in our lives. Yet the beauty of life lies in our ability to rewrite these stories, to change our internal dialogue, and in doing so, transform the world around us. Revising your inner narrative requires you to become aware of the thoughts and beliefs that have been unconsciously influencing you. Often these are beliefs we have carried for years, even from childhood, and we may not even realize how much power they hold over us. Do you tell yourself that you are not good enough, that success is reserved for others, or that you will never overcome your challenges? These are the stories that limit you, keeping you stuck in patterns of self-doubt and fear. To change the trajectory of your life, you must be willing to let go of these old, outdated narratives and replace them with new ones that reflect the person you are becoming. The first step in revising your inner narrative is to identify the disempowering stories you've been telling yourself. These may appear as negative self-talk or limiting beliefs that feel like an inherent part of who you are. For example, you may tell yourself that you're always unlucky, that you're too old or too young to achieve your dreams, or that you're not as talented or capable as others. These beliefs become so ingrained that we often accept them as truths. However, they are simply stories you have been telling yourself for far too long. Recognize them for what they are: mental habits that do not reflect your true potential. Once you've identified the limiting stories, the next step is to replace them with empowering narratives. This requires you to engage in a conscious act of creation. You must begin to tell a new story about yourself, one that aligns with the life you wish to create. Instead of telling yourself you are unlucky, begin to tell yourself that you are a magnet for abundance, opportunity, and success. Replace the story of being too old or too young with the story of your timeless potential, full of vitality, wisdom, and strength. Your new narrative should empower you, inspire you, and push you toward growth rather than holding you back in fear or doubt. It is important to remember that these new stories are not just positive affirmations that you repeat mindlessly, they are rooted in your ability to truly believe and feel the truth of what you are saying. Your internal narrative must align with your true desires and the vision of the future you want to manifest. For example, instead of saying, I will be successful one day, say, I am successful now, and everything I do is in alignment with my success. This shift in language reflects not just a hopeful desire, but an assumption of the present reality. As you revise your narrative, it's essential to let go of any attachment to past failures or mistakes. Many of us are trapped in cycles of regret, blaming ourselves for past decisions or actions. We often define our present selves by past experiences, but this is a disempowering practice. The past is no longer relevant to who you are today. It does not dictate your future unless you allow it to. Release any negative judgments about your past actions and choose to see them as stepping stones that have brought you to a higher understanding and greater strength. Revising your inner narrative also requires you to be patient with yourself. Change does not happen overnight, especially when it involves deep-seated beliefs that have been in place for years. Be kind to yourself as you begin the process of transformation. Whenever an old story or limiting belief surfaces, gently remind yourself that it no longer serves you. Replace it with the new story that reflects the person you are choosing to become. Over time, the new narrative will become the dominant one, and you will find that your life begins to shift in profound ways. This process is not just about words, it is about deeply internalizing the truth of your new story. As you revise your inner narrative, you will begin to see changes in your external world. The way you perceive opportunities, challenges, and even yourself will transform. As your beliefs shift, your actions will align with the new version of yourself. And you will find that what was once difficult or out of reach becomes easier and more natural. The stories you tell yourself shape your reality, so choose them wisely, for the story you live in today is the one you will manifest tomorrow. Rewriting your inner narrative is an act of self-empowerment. It is the realization that you are the author of your own story, and you have the power to change the script at any time. As you step into 2025, take control of the narrative that defines your life. The power to create your future lies within the stories you choose to tell yourself today. To persist despite appearances is to embody a level of faith and determination that defies the external circumstances around you. It is easy to remain hopeful when things are going well, when success seems certain, and when the path ahead is clear. But true power lies in the ability to hold firm to your vision, your desires, and your beliefs even when the world around you suggests otherwise. This is the essence of persistence, standing unwavering in the face of doubt, setbacks, or challenges, knowing that your inner reality will ultimately shape your external world. When Neville Goddard spoke of persistence, he emphasized the importance of not being swayed by what the senses perceive. The world we see with our eyes is not the world that truly exists, it is simply a reflection of our inner state. Therefore, when you are met with circumstances that seem to contradict your desires, it is essential to remember that these are merely temporary conditions that can be changed. The key to success is not to be overwhelmed by what you see, but to continue affirming and living from the truth of your vision. One of the greatest challenges to persistence is the temptation to give up when things are not progressing as expected. When the road seems long and arduous, and when the fruits of your labor appear distant, it is easy to fall into doubt. But this is the moment where your belief must be tested. Persistence means refusing to entertain the thought that your desire is unattainable, even when there is no evidence of its manifestation. The truth is, all things are created in the unseen before they become visible. The universe does not operate on a timetable that aligns with our impatience. It works in its own perfect timing, often behind the scenes, orchestrating events that are aligned with your inner state. The external world will always present challenges, delays, difficulties, and obstacles. But each challenge is an opportunity to strengthen your resolve. The process of manifestation is not always linear. There may be moments when everything feels like it's falling apart, when you wonder if you're on the right path, or when it seems like nothing is happening. It is in these moments that your persistence becomes paramount. Do not allow the appearance of things to sway you from your truth. Keep your vision alive in your heart and in your mind, and continue to take inspired action toward it, no matter how the world seems to respond. To persist despite appearances is also to refuse to accept the stories others may try to impose on you. When you embark on the journey of manifesting your desires, there will always be those who tell you that it is impossible, that it cannot be done, or that you are foolish for even trying. These voices are often reflections of their own limitations, not of your potential. Do not allow the doubts of others to cloud your belief in what you are capable of. Your vision is yours alone, and only you hold the key to its realization. In moments of doubt, remind yourself that the most successful people in history were often those who refused to quit when the world told them to give up. They held on to their vision despite the obstacles because they knew that persistence was the key to overcoming all challenges. The same is true for you. When you persist, you are not simply waiting for your desires to manifest, you are actively creating the conditions in which they can come to life. Faith is not about the absence of doubt, but about the decision to move forward in spite of it. Persistence means trusting in your vision even when the road ahead seems uncertain. It is a commitment to your desires and knowing that they are already on their way, even if you cannot yet see them with your eyes. It requires courage to move forward without knowing exactly when or how your desires will come to fruition. But this is where true faith is born, not in certainty, but in the willingness to trust and persist regardless of external appearances. In the face of setbacks, take a moment to reflect on the progress you have made, even if it feels small. Every step you take, every thought you hold, and every action you align with your vision is a step toward your ultimate goal. These small actions accumulate and compound over time, often in ways you cannot immediately see. Persistence means trusting that each effort is contributing to the manifestation of your dreams, even when the result is not immediately apparent. As 2025 approaches, let this be the year in which you persist, regardless of the challenges you face. Remain firm in your belief that your desires are already on their way to you. Refuse to be swayed by the appearance of things, and keep moving forward with unwavering faith in yourself and the process of creation. The world will reflect your persistence, and your desires will manifest in ways that far exceed your expectations. To act as though it is done is to step into the mindset of someone who is already living their desired reality. It is a powerful practice that aligns your actions, thoughts, and beliefs with the assumption that everything you want has already been fulfilled. Many people wait for external circumstances to change before they begin to act or feel as if they have already achieved their goals. However, the true secret of creation lies in embodying the feeling of accomplishment, success, and fulfillment before you see it in your outer world. When you act as though it is done, you are signaling to the universe that you are ready to receive what you've asked for, and your life begins to shift in profound ways. Neville Goddard taught that your inner assumptions create your external reality. If you want to experience something, you must first assume that it has already occurred. This does not mean pretending or merely going through the motions of success, but genuinely living and acting from the belief that your desires are already fulfilled. The key is to change your state of mind. When you do this, your reality begins to rearrange itself to match your assumption, often in ways that are beyond your conscious understanding. To act as though it is done requires you to fully accept and believe that your desire is already yours, even if you cannot yet see it in the physical world. It is not about waiting for the conditions to be right or for the world to provide you with evidence. It is about acting with the full confidence that what you seek is already in your possession. When you act from this state, you align yourself with the frequency of your desired outcome, and everything around you begins to respond in kind. One of the most powerful ways to act as though it is done is to live from the end. Instead of focusing on the process of getting what you want or the steps you think you need to take, focus on the end result. What does the fulfillment of your desire look like? What does it feel like to already have it? How do you carry yourself, speak, and move through the world when you know that everything you want is already yours? Start living as if you have already arrived at the destination, and everything in your life will begin to reflect that shift in mindset. This process requires that you release any doubts, fears, or feelings of lack. The belief that you need to do more, work harder, or wait longer for your desires to come to fruition is a limiting belief that keeps you stuck in a state of lack. To act as though it is done, you must trust that everything you need is already on its way to you. Your role is not to chase after it, to force it to come, but to prepare yourself to receive it. When you act as though it is done, you open yourself to the flow of abundance and opportunities that will naturally come your way. This practice also involves living in a state of gratitude. Gratitude is the natural emotional response when you assume that your desires are already fulfilled. If you were to receive the manifestation of your dreams today, how would you feel? Most likely, you would feel immense gratitude, joy, and relief. You would thank the universe for bringing you exactly what you asked for. To act as though it is done is to embody that feeling of gratitude in the present moment. By doing so, you align your energy with the very thing you want to manifest. To further embody the state of it is done, take action that reflects the belief that your desire is already fulfilled. This might mean making decisions and taking steps that are in alignment with your desired outcome, even if the external evidence is not yet visible. For example, if you desire a new job, begin to behave as if you already have it. If you want to be in a loving relationship, start showing up as the partner you wish to be. If you desire financial abundance, manage your resources as if you are already wealthy. These actions, even if small, reinforce the belief that what you want has already been realized. And this will, in turn, attract the circumstances and events needed to bring it to fruition. Living in the assumption that it is done also requires you to trust in divine timing. Sometimes acting as though it is done means surrendering the how and when of your manifestation to the universe. Let go of the need to control every step of the process. Trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, and your desires will manifest at the perfect time. This trust is the ultimate expression of faith, as it shows that you believe not only in the power of your assumption, but in the wisdom of the universe that is working in your favor. As you move into 2025, commit to living as though your desires are already a reality. Embody the feeling of success, abundance, love, and joy that you seek, and align your thoughts, actions, and emotions with that truth. Act as though it is done, and watch as your reality transforms before your eyes. By living in the assumption of the end result, you are creating a powerful momentum that will carry you toward the fulfillment of your dreams. Your inner world will become the blueprint for your outer world, and everything you desire will be drawn to you effortlessly.